Creating a Google presentation. To start a Google presentation, you would either click on New if you're in the new Google Drive, or Create if you're in the old Google Drive. Go down to Google Slides or Google Presentation in the old one and click on it. Or if you have a PowerPoint presentation that you want to convert, you would go to File, Upload, find the PowerPoint presentation, pull it in, and convert it into Google Slides. We're going to create a new one, so we're going to click on Google Slides. And when it first opens up, it defaults to a slide with a title and a subtitle. You can choose a theme. You can modify these themes at any time if you want to. And if you don't want this showing up every time you create a new presentation, you can deselect Show New Presentations. You can also import themes from other presentations that you have, or even from an upload if you want to drag it in here. So if there was another presentation I had created that I liked that theme on it better than any of these, I could go ahead and select it and it'll pull that theme in. For this though, we're going to go ahead and just select a theme. So I'm going to choose Wave and say OK. Now you come into a title slide. You can click in it to add your title. And if you want to add a subtitle, and then for any new slides that you want to add, you can go to Insert, New Slide. You can import slides from different presentations, or you can go to Slide, New Slide, or Duplicate a Slide. And you can also name your presentation now or wait until after. We're going to go ahead and name it now, so we're going to click on Title Presentation, or you can go to File and Rename, and we're going to name it We're going to say OK. And now we can start working with our slide. So I'm going to insert a new slide. I can also click on this little button right here and insert a slide. So if I want to put another title slide in, a title and a body, a title and 2 columns, title only, a caption, or a blank. So if I wanted to create whatever I wanted on there. So we're going to do a title and 2 columns. You can click and add the title. And if I don't like the title size, I can always change the size of the text. And change it to about 36. And I could center it if I wanted to. There. And now if I wanted, I could add bullet points in here. Right. Then I could add another slide. Again, I could go here, here, or here. If I wanted a duplicate of this slide, I could click on Duplicate, and it's going to do an exact copy, and then I can come in and modify the slide if I need to. Just change anything I want. If I wanted to add an image, I could go to Insert, Image. It's going to ask me to either upload, take a snapshot by URL, search through my albums, it's going to look everywhere that I have photos. Search my Google Drive. any incoming that I have, any that I've used recently. Drag one in. Can resize it while it's thinking about coming in. Move it to where I want it. It has nothing to do with learning in the future, but it's a picture. If I wanted to, I could tilt it. And if I clicked on image options, I'd be able to do any adjustments that I need. So I can make transparency on it, adjust the brightness, adjust the contrast, or if I want to reset it back to the way it was. I can also recolor it. Make it a negative, light 2. I have my format painter here, just like in other Google products. We can close this now. I can make comments. This would be for other people to see or other collaborators. I can create hyperlinks. I can even do it to another slide. Click on slides in this presentation. Decide which one I want to put it on. We'll go back to the first one and say apply. So now when I come over here and click on this picture, it's going to take me to another slide. And we'll see that once we do the present. Across the top of the toolbar, you've got your file. You can share it, or you can use this share button. You can create a new doc, spreadsheet, presentation, form, or drawing. You can open another document. You can rename it, make a copy, move to a folder, move to trash, import slides. You can see the revision history. So if I wanted to see what changes and who had made them, if I had collaborators on here, or if I come back in and make another change later on, then I can restore to a former revision. I can download it as PowerPoint, a PDF, as a scalable vector graphic, a PNG, a JPEG, or plain text. I can also publish it to the web. I can email any collaborators. I can email as an attachment. In the choices I get a PDF, Microsoft PowerPoint, or plain text. Then put in who I need to send it to, any messages. Send a copy to myself if I want. I can change the page setup. So right now it's widescreen 16:9. I can change it to 16:10, custom, or standard 4:3. Maybe it's 16:9. I can see the print settings in the preview. So if I click on this, take a moment to load. Here are the slides without notes. I can hide the background, so it makes it just white pages with no background. I can turn that off and it'll come back on. So my text was white, so that's hidden too now that it's on the page. I can download as a PDF. I can print it. I can choose a slide with notes as handouts for 1 slide per page, 2 slides per page, up to 9 slides per page. I can close the preview, and I'm back to the original. Under Edit, you have your Undo Redo, your Web Clipboard, Find and Replace, Select All. Under View, you have Present, so you can see the presentation by clicking here, or you can always just click on Present here. You can start your animations, and you can edit your master. So if you click on Master, this is what the master looks like for this particular theme. You could edit this to fit your own style. You can click on each one to say how you want to edit, what you want to do with it. I'm just going to close out of master. You can also change the size. 100, 200, really large. Back to fit, 98%. You can see everything there. You can zoom in and out. You can snap to a grid or guides. You can see the HTML view. So this is what it would look like out on the web. You can see spelling suggestions, speaker notes. If you don't want the speaker notes, you'll notice them down here. You can deselect speaker notes and it takes that away. It's up to you. You may use speaker notes quite a bit. Speaker notes are handy to use if you're showing a presentation, and they're just hints about what you want to talk about on that slide. Just little tips for you. Compact controls in full screen. Under Insert, you can put in text boxes, images, videos, links, word art, lines, shapes, tables, your comments, new slide import. Under Slides, you can change the background, apply layout. So if I click on Change Background, I want to choose a different color. You can see how it changes the background to that color. I'm using the same theme, I'm just changing things on it. If I want to reset to the theme, click on Reset. And I can do that for one slide or all slides. So if I come into yellow, see it's just on the one slide, I can click Apply to All, and it's going to apply the slides that have that particular background on it. I can also apply a different layout. So if I wanted to change the two columns, and I wanted to make it a title and a body, doesn't look all that attractive. I go back to title and two columns and see how it splits it. Looks better. I can change the theme if I decide that this one's just not working for me. I want to choose another one and see how that does. We can look at Sketched and say OK. And this is the sketch theme. So does this work a little better? You can change transitions once they're set up. You can edit the master from here. So this is what the master looks like for this one. I can go to the next slide, the previous slide, first slide, and last slide. Under Format, we have our usual formatting: bold, italic, superscript, subscript. Under Arrange, this is where we would do if we wanted to group things together. So if I were to click on the picture and go to Arrange, now I have things here that I can do. So I could choose the order, bring it to the front, forward, backward, or send it back, center it on the page horizontally or vertically, or I could rotate it if I wanted to. I could flip it. Now they're standing on their head. Flip vertically again. You could rotate it 90 degrees. We'll undo that one. So if I had two pictures on here, I could then click on the pictures and click Arrange, and I could group them. And that way when I move them, they move together. Then you could ungroup afterwards if you wanted, or regroup. Under Tools, you have your Spelling, Research, Define. And you can insert a table, and here's your help. Now under Present, you have Present from the beginning. So you can click on Present from the beginning. It's going to take you to the first slide. And it's going to show you what your presentation looks like so far. So I can exit full screen by clicking here or clicking Exit here. You can present with speaker notes, or you can present in a new window. On your toolbar, you have the Insert New Slide, Undo Redo, Format Painter, Zoom to Fit, your zoom, your images and your shapes, your comments, your background if you want to change your background from here, your layout if you want to change it from here, your theme, and then your transitions. So if we want to put transitions on each slide, we would set them up through here. So we're going to click on the first slide. We're going to say Transition. Again, you could go to Slide and change Transition. So we're going to go to Transition. Right now there aren't any transitions. We could choose fade, and you can click on play and it'll show you what fade looks like. Click on stop. We'll get back to the editing. We can choose medium so it does it a little slower. Now we can put a different transition on each slide if we want to. So we could put the same one on all slides by clicking on apply to all slides. So on this one we have fade. You can see again what it looks like at medium speed. Stop. Now we can put transitions on the text that's coming in. So or in animation rather. So we can click on add animation once we click on the text box and determine what we want for an animation. So we have fade in, out, fly in, out, zoom in, out, or spin. So if we wanted it to zoom in, and we want it to zoom in not quite really fast, medium, and we want it to do it with the previous, so as the slide's coming in, we can play and see what it's going to look like. Right, so we'll stop that one. Now we'll do the name. So the add animation, and we want this one to zoom in also. And this one can be fast, but we want it after the previous, so after this one comes in, we want that one. Now we'll play this one. There we go. And stop. We can then move on to our next slide. Now we don't have a transition on this one, but we can set one. And we can choose slide from right to see what that looks like. We'll click on this. Do we want the title to just appear, just be there already? Or do we want something else to happen to it? Well, actually we'll choose this box. And we're going to add animation. And we want it to fly in by paragraph, which means it's going to do it by each bullet point, at a medium speed. We'll have it start after the previous, and we'll play it. Okay, stop. And now we want this one to come in. We'll this one do it the same way, fly in, after previous, same rate by paragraph. And we'll play that one just to see. Okay, stop. Let's go to our third slide. Instead of what do I want to learn in the future, how about what to do in the winter months? And on here we could have ski, sled, skate, snowmobile, and then over here, sit by the fire, hibernate, go somewhere warm. And let's move our picture down a little. Right, so now let's start. It's by adding our transition. So on this one we'll have it cube. And we'll do it medium. We'll play. Stop. Now we can do our text. We'll have it spin. After previous. By paragraph. I'm not expecting the list to look pretty because I'm showing you everything that you can do. Let's look at our other one. Press stop. Now if we want to, we can insert another slide. Except for this one, let's make it blank. So we'll apply a blank. And we could put some word art in here if we wanted to. So insert word art. We'll enter the information we want to save. We can modify our word art, change the text. Let's make it a little smaller. Maybe insert a video. So we can look for one on YouTube. Or if we know the URL already of the one on YouTube, we can just type the URL in. We'll search this. Click on it and choose select. Put the video in there. I've never seen it, so I don't know if it's a good video or not. Now once we're done with our presentation, we like the way it is. We need to put any transitions on this one. Right now it doesn't have any, so we could use gallery. Say medium, play to see what the gallery style looks like. Okay. Hit stop. And we'll close out of animations. And then we'll go ahead and click on present to see our video. And if you notice, we get a hand when we click on the picture, and it takes us back to the first screen, just like we set up in the hyperlink. If we want to skip ahead to another slide, we can choose what slide we want to go to. And then we'd be able to watch the video. Also down here you have these buttons for exiting full screen, exiting here, or you have settings where you can open your speaker notes, you can print, download as a PDF, or download as PowerPoint. You can also go back a slide, or you can just choose the slides from this box right here. So we'll hit escape to get out of here. Now if we're ready to publish this, we would click on File, Publish to the Web, and we can either link it or we can embed it. So if we wanted to link, we can choose how to auto advance the slides. 3 seconds is default. Every second fast. Every minute's kind of slow. So 3 is a pretty good one, especially if we don't have a lot of text on them. Then we can choose if we want the slideshow to start as soon as the player loads, and if we want to restart it after the last slide. If we want to embed it, we can say what size we would like it, the advancing of the slides, and again whether we want it to start when the player loads, and if we want it to restart after the last slide. We would then click on Publish, and it would give us, are you sure you want to publish? Yes. It would give us the HTML code to embed into our website to publish on the web. Publish contents and settings. You can stop publishing it, and you can also require viewers to sign in with their account. So if we want to stop publishing this document so it's not out there, you can click on this and then close it. If you want people to work on it for you, you can click on Share, change the privacy settings, and make it public on the web, or with anybody on the link, or if you just want to have it for people in your domain, you would use the on, which will normally have your domain name here, and then anybody on your domain can find and access it, or if you just wanted them to access it if they had the link, or again, just specific people can do it. Put in the people you want to edit or view the presentation, can edit, can comment, can view. Send them the notification that they have it, and they're all set to come in, edit, comment, or view on it.